everybody, and welcome. We've got a full house of cheering fans, including Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Earl B, he's our man. Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Great day, great game. Thanks to all you fans for coming out, especially Earl B. See you next game, everybody.
For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Santana. I'm a senior at Southview High School.
Hello, I'm Brittany Ruiz, and I am a senior volleyball player here at Southview.
Hi, I'm Gina Kelly. I'm the head coach for the Lady Saints volleyball team. These are two of my seniors, and we are going to present the Whittier versus Lorain Middle School 7th and 8th grade volleyball game tonight.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
And welcome to our first match tonight versus the Whittier 7th grade and Lorain Middle School 7th grade. This is the very beginning of the game. We have a nice crowd today. Lorain Middle School serving first.
Number 20, Lindsay Wilson.
Right now our referees are checking the lineup. The umpires making sure the girls are in the right serving order. And here we go. Serve is up, and it's an ace. Nice serve by Lindsay Wilson as her teammates congratulate her. Looks like Whittier's a little nervous, but they'll probably get that out of their system. Lindsay serving again. Serve is up. We have a pass that goes right over. Lorain sends it over. Whittier sends it back. Oh, and a nice attack at the net by number 10 for Whittier. But the ball lands. Point for Lorain Middle. That makes a score 2-0. Was a nice volley. Third serve for Lindsay is another point. Lindsay's a 7th grader. Her favorite class is social studies and Mr. Raisler, because he's a nice teacher and she thinks history is fun. There's another serve for Lindsay, her 4th one on the night. Whittier has a pass set and an attempt at a kill. Lorain Middle. Oh, nice little volley there. Serving up to the line for Whittier. Do you see her number? Number 26. Alyssa Verbancic, and she serves it out of bounds, a little bit deep. Ball goes back to Lorain Middle. We have number 9, Felicia Adams.
Serving for the LMS.
And the ball is out of bounds. Now serving for Whittier, number 10, Danielle Redinger. Serve is up. Nice serve over the net. And that's a point for Whittier. That makes a score now Lorain Middle 3, Whittier 1. Danielle's favorite class is choir with Mr. Gall. She thinks he's funny and she likes to sing. Nice serve for Danielle. She gets an ace out of that. The pass wasn't controlled. That makes a score now Whittier 2, Lorain Middle 3. Danielle serves again. And another point for Whittier. That ties the score up at 3. Danielle's biggest influence in her sports career was her dad. He taught her a lot about many sports. Danielle serves it again, and Lorain Middle returns it. Whittier returns it. Lorain Middle returns it. They're volleying back and forth now. Oh. Lorain Middle went to get an attack there, but a little miscommunication. That makes a score now. Whittier 4, Lorain Middle 3. What do you girls think of this game so far? Brittany?
It's been a pretty great game so far. Whittier looks a little nervous. Lorain Middle's not really into the game right now, but
Go ahead, honey.
LMS called out their first timeout, so we're going to have to see what happens.
I think both teams are a little nervous. They're probably not used to playing at the high school gym with such a large crowd.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cheering. It's getting pretty loud in here. Okay, we had a timeout by Lorain Middle. Danielle serving again. And she serves it out of bounds, a little to the right. That makes the server for Lorain Middle, number 19, Ariel Myrick. Ariel serves, hits the upper curtain, and upper curtain's out of bounds, so that'll be a side out for Whittier.
going back to the line for Whittier Warriors is number 9, Marissa Pabon.
Okay, Marissa serves it. Oh, and the pass for Whittier, barely over the net. Whittier almost spiked that back over at him. Nice attempt. Now serving for Lorain Middle
is number 65, Courtney Diniff.
Okay. Courtney serves it. Whittier has a pass, a set, and almost an attempt at a hit.
Lack of communication.
They're trying to set it up.
The score is now tied at 4 apiece.
Ooh, that serve was close to being out. Whittier's pass out of bounds. That means point for Lorain Middle. They now take the lead, 5-4. We have a pass for Whittier. Lorain Middle puts it up, sends it over, and we have a net violation.
By number 19, Gina Lurie.
Trying to block, but got a little too close. Okay, Lorain Middle serves again. It's a high one, and Whittier controls it and sends it back over. Oh, nice hustle on Lorain Middle's part, but they couldn't quite get it back over, so the ball goes to Whittier. Serving for Whittier, number 12, Mercedes Rivera. Serve is up. Oh, not enough oomph on it. We now have a substitution for Lorain Middle. We have number 21, Megan Smith entering the game, and coming out is number 65, Courtney Diniff.
At the line, we have Ashley Riff.
And it's an ace. Got it right in between a couple Whittier girls. The score is now 7-4, Lorain Middle. Serve is up. Pass goes over. Lorain Middle has 2 hits. Oh, Whittier couldn't quite control that. Point for Lorain Middle. Little number 9 for Whittier. Marissa Pabon doesn't have a bad set of hands. Serves up for Lorain Middle. We have a pass, and that was out of bounds. That's a point for Lorain Middle.
Timeout is called by Whittier. Score is 9-4 with LMS leading.
Both teams have called one timeout. They both still look a little nervous on the floor, not moving as quickly as we usually see them move. And we have a lot of fans here today. The 8th grade is cheering the 7th grade on. Now we have Whittier returning to the floor after Coach Holly Kemp gives them a pep talk. We'll see if whatever she said is going to work. And returning to the floor, Lorain Middle School. Still at the line is Ashley Riff. And her serve is up. Oh, barely got over that net. Still counts as a point either way. Okay, she's serving again. Serve is up. Passes up for Whittier. Oh, she tried to make an attack back. Number 20, Lindsay Wilson. Just judged it a little wrong. Now serving for Lorain Middle is number 19, Gina Lurie. Serve is up. Lorain Middle got a pass. Number 23, Murphy Redmond tried to attack it back over, but it went into the net.
Out. Now for LMS serving is number 59, Shaniqua Page. Serves up and it's good.
Oh, and off of
Point LMS.
Off of number 12, Mercedes Rivera. That goes as a point for Lorain Middle. Serves up again. Oh, barely got over that net. And Whittier had a little bit of trouble controlling that. Point for Lorain Middle. That makes a score 12-4. Service up, barely got over. And that's out of bounds. Ball hit the net outside the antenna. That makes it automatically out of play. That becomes a side out for Whittier.
Going back to serve is number 23, Murphy Redmond.
Murphy's cousins to one of our players, Brianna Kopis, on the Southview Lady Saints volleyball team. And Lorain Middle sends it back over. Whittier returns it, and number 20, Lindsay Wilson tries to get an attack, but just wasn't quite in correct position. Murphy serving again. Oh, and an ace for Murphy. Lorain Middle couldn't quite handle the spin on that ball. We have a substitution for Lorain Middle.
Number 65, Courtney Dinniff, is coming in for number 21, Megan Smith.
Making a little back row adjustment, see if that helps LMS. Oh, Murphy went up to serve, but mishit it. So there'll be a side out. Ball goes to Lorain Middle.
Going back to the line for LMS is number 20, Lindsay Wilson.
Serve is up, and it's in. Ladies thought it was going to be out of bounds, but it was just inside the out of bounds line.
Timeout for
called.
the Lady Warriors. The score is now 13 for Lorain Middle and 6 for Whittier.
This is Coach Kep's second timeout, so they will be out of timeouts. Lorain Middle still has one. Now Murphy Redmond was a girl that put up a couple points. Murphy's favorite subject is math. Her favorite teacher is Mr. Shafer. Her cousin Brianna Kopis, who is the volleyball player at Southview we mentioned earlier, has been a big influence on her career at Whittier. Now that both teams take the court again, we have Lorain Middle back to serve. Serves up. Whittier has a pass. Murphy sends it over. Oh, and Lorain Middle tries to attack it. Nice effort by Courtney Dinniff.
Going back to the line for Whittier is number 26, Alyssa Verbancic.
Oh, a nice serve by Alyssa. Lorain Middle has 2 hits, sends it over. Whittier returns. Oh, a nice hustle by Lorain Middle. Alyssa's favorite sports players are Jeff Gordon and LeBron James. Say when she gets to high school, I hope she plays with us and can jump like LeBron James.
A substitution is made by LMS. Number 21 goes Megan Smith, coming in for number 65, Courtney Dinniff.
Serves up for Whittier, and we have an ace for Alyssa Urbancic. Alyssa likes Mrs. Freeman as a teacher because she teaches us what we are supposed to do and what not to do. Good for you, Mrs. Freeman. And that ball is out of bounds because it hit the net support. It's automatic out of bounds.
LMS gets the serve, and serving for LMS is number 9, Felicia Adams.
Okay, Whittier returns the serve. Now we have a pass and a nice attack on that. They're volleying back and forth. Oh, nice hustle. And we had a nice Nice volley there. Another substitution for Lorain Middle.
Number 65, Courtney Diniff. Coming in for number 21, Megan Smith.
Service up for Whittier. Lorain Middle has a return, and oh, he tried to get a kill over there. Nice try by number 9, Marissa Pabone.
Now going back for LMS to serve is number 19, Ariel Myrick.
Oh, and serve is out of bounds. A little bit to the right of the court.
Going back to the line is number 9, Marissa Pabone for the Lady Warriors.
Marissa's had a nice game for Whittier, but that serve is out of bounds. Ball now goes to Lorain Middle with the score still 13-8.
Going back to the service line is number 65, Courtney Diniff.
Oh, and an ace for Courtney. Whittier could not quite handle that, which makes it game point. Courtney's favorite subject is reading with Miss Pollock. She thinks that she is fun and nice. Serve is up. Whittier tries to return it, but it's a little bit out of play. That makes the final score of the first game 15-8, Lorain Middle. The teams come over for a 3-minute intercession, and we will start the second game right after they change benches. And we'll be back in just a few moments after a word from our sponsor.
CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $3.99.
CC's Buffet has 16 kinds of great tasting pizza, pasta, salad, and desserts, all you can eat for only $3.99. And CC's was voted #1 for overall customer satisfaction.
The best buffet that you can find, lunch and dinner anytime. Let's go to CC's Pizza. Great taste at a great price.
It's a sound we take for granted. Life seems so simple as a child, yet 500,000 children in Ohio have vision problems. Problems that, if not detected early, can lead to loss of sight and difficulty learning. Simple activities like riding a bike can become dangerous. When you register your vehicle or renew your license plates, add a $1 donation to the Save Our Sight Fund and help save the sight of Ohio's children. For more information, call 1-800-755-GROW.
Thanks for giving to Save Our Sight.
And welcome back to our volleyball action. Getting ready to start our second game of our 7th grade match between Lorain Middle School and Whittier. Lorain Middle School won the first match, and this game will start with Whittier serving. Back at the line, we have number
11, Deanna Smith.
Deanna Smith's favorite teacher is Mr. Shafer, who teaches math. She thinks he has a good influence on the kids in the class. She likes to play volleyball and play with her dog. The refs are checking our lineup right now. Deanna's older sister, Brittany Poley, plays for our Lady Saints JV team. We're hoping that she becomes as good of a player as Brittany is.
Substitution for Lorain Middle, number 68, Lakea Hunter going in. Coming out for number 54, Ashley.
Up to the line now is number 16, Savannah Bennett. It's a side out. Now serving for Whittier is number 28, Caitlin Kurtz. Caitlin likes Mrs. Trout for math, as she scores a point for Whittier. Her mom and dad have been her biggest influence in sports in her career. They support her in whatever they do. Good for you, Mom and Dad. She serves her second ball, and that's out of play, outside the antenna. That goes for a second point. Whittier 2, Lorain Middle 0. Serve is up. And it's the third straight point for Caitlin Kurtz.
Timeout called for Lorain Middle. Score is now 3 for Whittier and 0 for Lorain Middle.
Definite little change in the environment here. Whittier seems to have the momentum going their way. It's been an exciting match so far. We even have some cheerleaders here. Tonight is family night. Cheerleaders will be introduced as well as the 7th graders and their parents and the 8th graders and their parents. As the teams return to the floor, Tex Taft, our umpire, is checking everything out, signaling timeouts. Whittier goes back to serve. And it's another point. 4-0 for the Lady Saints. Oh, I don't mean Lady Saints, I mean Whittier. Sorry. Get kind of used to saying that. Oh, missed serve right there. Caitlin had all 4 points for this Whittier so far.
Going back to the line for Whittier, or I'm sorry, for Lorain Middle is number 60, Deja Jackson.
Serve is up. Whittier returns it. Lorain Middle sends it back. Got a little volley going here so far, and that's out of play. Side out for Whittier. Now serving for Whittier, number 5, Sharice Blinder. Sharice likes language arts. It's her favorite subject because she likes to read on her spare time, and she likes to express her thoughts and feelings in writing. And Sharice has an ace right there, making the score 6-0 Whittier. Her influence in her sports career was Mr. Robbins, who happens to be the soccer coach here at Southview. Mr. Robbins is a wonderful man. Whittier now leads 7-0. Sharice would like to be an FBI animal investigator. Oh, that ball had a little heat on it, but just hit the top of the net.
Going back to the service line for Lorain Middle is number 54, Ashley Wersch.
Serve is up, and Whittier returns it. Oh, and it's out of bounds off of Lorain Middle. Lorain Middle now has a substitution.
Going in for number 54, Ashley Wersch, is number 68, Lakaya Hunter.
Serving for the Lady Saints. For Whittier. I always mess that up. I'm sorry if I say that. Was a missed serve. Can't see the number. Serving for Lorain Middle. Oh, it's a point for Lorain Middle.
Now serving for Lorain Middle is number 56, Amber Sanchez.
Amber's up to the line, sends it over. Whittier returns it. Oh, and right over the head of Lorain Middle. That's a side out for Whittier. Now serving for Whittier is number 15, Desi Quiles. Desi's favorite teacher is Mr. Haynes, her social studies teacher, because he lets them talk, and we hardly do any work. Well, Desi, I'm doubting that that's true, but
we have an illegal rotation by Lorain Middle. That'll be a side out.
By Lorain Middle would be a point for Whittier.
Sorry, that'll be a point.
Now Lorain Middle's back in their proper rotation. Dessa's back up to the line with an 8-1 lead for Whittier. Service up, but it's out of bounds. Dessa would like to be a lawyer or a professional basketball player or a pediatrician.
Going back to the line for Lorain Middle is number 51, Mariah Sledge.
Service up. Whittier has a nice pass, nice set. Oh, and a nice attempt at hitting it over. Ball goes back to Lorain Middle with Mariah serving again. Oh, missed serve by Mariah.
Mariah's favorite class and teacher is reading with Mr. Trout because he's a nice teacher and an experienced volleyball player.
Oh, we have a side out for Whittier. Now at the line, Number 10 for Lorain Middle.
Carrie Buckley.
Substitution for Lorain Middle. Number 54, Ashley Wersch is coming in, and number 68, Lakaya Hunter is leaving the game. Serves up for Lorain Middle. Oh, and it doesn't quite make it over that net. Side out to Whittier. Now up to the line, number 11, Deanna Smith. We see Deanna at a lot of the Southview Saints volleyball games. She comes to cheer her sister on. And a missed serve, not enough oomph on that one. Now serving for Lorain Middle, number 16, Savannah Bennett. Oh, and a missed serve for Savannah. Back serving for Whittier. We have number 28. 28, Caitlin Kurtz.
Nice up by number 10 at Lorain Middle.
Oh, and nice pass there. That third hit just a little bit out of control. Whittier serving again. They now have a 9-2 lead. Passes, oh, nice pass. Okay, Lorain Middle sends it over. Nice pass by Whittier. Goes back over. Oh, and Lorain Middle just couldn't control that.
A little miscommunication by number 10 and number 51 at Lorain Middle. And the ball will go back to Whittier.
Whittier now serving. Serve is up. Oh, nice serve. Barely got over the net. Nice ace there.
And a side out is called by Lorain Middle. The score is now 11 for Whittier and 2 Lorain Middle.
Now's our chance to give you a little bit of information on Lakaya Hunter.
Lakaya Hunter's favorite class is reading because she's good at it. Her future goals are to make her own money and go to a 4-year college.
All right, and Lorain Middle School takes the floor again. They are out of their timeouts. Whittier takes the floor with 2 timeouts still remaining for their team. We have Alyssa Verbancic back at the line. Serve is up. Another nice serve. And that's a point for Whittier. That now makes the score 12-2. Whittier had a complete turnaround from the first game to the second. Lorain Middle was pretty much in control of the first game, and Whittier has dominated the second game.
Looks like we're going to go into 3 games today.
It looks like it. Whittier now up to the line. Oh, that barely missed getting over. Alyssa has a nice little serve on her. Serving now for Lorain Middle is Deja Jackson. Oh, it's a real high toss, and it's out of bounds. Now stepping back to serve for Whittier is number 5, Charisse Blinder. Charisse serves, nice serve. Lorain Middle returns it, but it's out of play. Charisse's favorite hobbies include playing soccer, volleyball, football, and softball. She seems to be a very athletic girl who had a nice serve right there. Lorain passes it over. And Whittier almost returned it. Nice try on that play. Now serve up to the line for Lorain Middle is Ashley Wersch.
Ashley Wersch's favorite class is science with Miss
Nice
Hankel
serve by
because
Lorain
she's fun
Middle.
and really
They're passing
nice
it back
and also
and
very
forth.
great
Oh,
teacher.
nice try. If the ball hits the curtain overhead, it is out of bounds. Coming in for Lorain Middle is number 68, Lakaya Hunter, and out for Lorain Middle is Ashley Wersch. Oh, Whittier serves, and it's a point. That makes the score 14-2 in favor of Whittier. We have a game point. Oh, game point goes into the net.
Now going back to the line for Lorain Middle's number 56, Amber Sanchez.
Serve is up. Nice serve over the net. Oh, and out of bounds. That goes as a point for Lorain Middle.
Amber's favorite class is English with Mrs. DeFranco because she's a lot of fun.
And that serve is out of bounds. Side out to Whittier. Now serving for Whittier, number 15, Desi Quiles. Oh, and serve is just a little short. That'll put it as a side out to Lorain Middle for number 51, Mariah Sledge. Serve is up. Oh, it was close to going over. Side out goes to Whittier, where we have number 29, Melissa Kashko serving. Melissa likes band, and her favorite teacher is Miss Nemeth because she likes playing the saxophone.
Uh-oh, that's third game point into the net for the Warriors. Substitution for Lorain Middle going in is number 54, Ashley Wersch, for number 68, Lakaya Hunter.
The serve for Lorain Middle does not quite get over by number 10, Carrie Buckley. Serving now for Whittier is Deanna Smith. This has to be about her third or fourth time back there serving.
Nice serve by Deanna.
There we go. Game point for Whittier. They make the score of the second game, 15-3. Complete turnaround from the first game. Now both teams must go to the end line and their captains come out to the court as the ref will flip for the decision to see who will serve first. We have captains, number 5, Charisse Blinder for Whittier, and number 56, Amber Sanchez for Lorain Middle. Toss one up, and we have both teams returning to the bench with, looks like Lorain Middle going to have first serve, and they will stay on the same benches. Okay, and we will be back in a few moments for the third and final match of the 7th grade contest.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured. Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Here we are for the third and final game of the 7th grade match. Lorain Middle won the first game quite convincingly, and Whittier won the second game quite convincingly. Serves up for Lorain Middle, and that is an ace.
For Courtney Deneth, number 65. Courtney's favorite professional sports player is Mia Han, and in the future she'd like to be a pro softball player.
Oh, nice serve. Whittier returns it, and Lorain Middle can't quite get it over. Serving now for Whittier, number 23, Murphy Redmond. Serve is up. Oh, nice return by Lorain Middle. Whittier gets it up, but no one got to that second ball. Back serving for Lorain Middle now is number 9, Felicia Adams. The serve, oh, and it's out of play. Felicia's favorite teacher is Mr. Trout in reading because they get to use notes on their tests and quizzes. She's never played volleyball and it sounded fun, so she decided to try out. We hope she sticks with it. That's a side out on her serve. Now serving for Whittier. We have number, I believe it's 26, Alyssa Verbansik. That's a side out.
Going back to the line for Lorain Middle is number 19, Ariel Myrick.
Oh, a little bit of heat on that ball, but just couldn't control it. That goes to a side out to Whittier. Serving for Whittier is number 10, Danielle Redinger. They call Danielle Danny. She enjoys choir with Mr. Gall. And Danielle has scored a point. She thinks that Mr. Gall's funny, and they like to sing. Her dad taught her a lot of things about baseball and coached her for the past 8 years. It's good to have your family involved. Lorain Middle sends it over on 3 hits. Whittier attacks it back, and nice try by Lorain Middle. That goes as a point for Whittier. Evening the score up at 2-2, and we have a timeout. Danielle Redinger enjoys playing sports such as baseball and volleyball and spending time with her friends and family. She wants to go to college and excel in volleyball and study to either be a doctor or an architect. Good luck to you, Danielle. We also have an injured player for Whittier, Christine Parker, number 17. Her favorite subject is math. That's what she enjoys to do and excels in. She would like to become a lawyer and graduate from Harvard. She also wants to play volleyball, be a cheerleader, and run track. Back up to the line for Whittier. We have number 10, Danny Redinger. Danny serves it. Lorain Middle takes it up.
And a nice try by Lorain Middle, but it is called out.
The referee called the ball out, but the line judge signaled it was inside the antenna, so we need to have a replay on that. Nice heads-up play by our line judge, Brittany Ennis, who is a freshman that played on the Southeast Saints varsity volleyball team. Danny reserves it. Lorain Middle returns it. Oh, and Whittier almost returns that over. Back to the line, serving for Lorain Middle is number 20, Lindsay Wilson.
Lindsay's favorite professional sports player is Jim Tomey. Her future goals are to become a professional basketball player and graduate college with her master's degree. Well, I guess she's into basketball.
Serving for her second time. Scoring a point on the first. Whittier, tries to attack it, but that's 4 hits. That sends Lindsay back to the line again with Lorain Middle leading 4-2. Serve is up. Oh, and nice save by Marissa Pabone. Marissa's had a couple nice plays showing she hustles pretty well out there on the floor.
The score is now 5 for Lorain Middle and 2 for the Saints. I'm sorry, Whittier.
Marissa Pabone returns it. Lorain Middle sends it over, and it's out of play. It hit the poles.
Nice hustle.
Marissa Pabone's going back to serve for Whittier. Her favorite teacher is Mrs. Freeman. She's nice and doesn't give a lot of homework. Her favorite player is LeBron James. She likes to draw, talk with friends, and listen to music. She's back to serve for her second time. And that's a second point for Marissa, making the score 4 for Whittier and 5 for Lorain Middle. We're staging a little comeback here. And Marissa's serve is just barely out of bounds as our line judge, Ashira Redamar from the Southeast Saints varsity volleyball team's middle makes a nice call. Now back to the line for Lorain Middle. Is number 67, Ashley Reff. We have a nice volley going, but the ball hit the curtain in the middle. And sometimes that's hard to make a second hit off of. And it goes as a side out to Whittier. Now serving for Whittier Number 12, Mercedes Rivera. Mercedes enjoys being in the band. That's her favorite class because she enjoys playing the clarinet.
And the ball hit the curtain on the ceiling, so the ball will go back to Whittier.
Mercedes' influence in her life are her mom and her Uncle Solomon. She'd like to go to college in order to get a good job. It's a great goal to have, Mercedes. That was a nice play by Lorain Middle. Great hustle. But we have a player down. Looks like she may have twisted her ankle on that fabulous save she had. Mercedes' hobbies are hanging out with her friends, playing the clarinet and playing sports. Okay. And with a little break in the action, we'll be back in just a moment. And now we return to our third game of action between the 7th grade. We have Whittier at 6 and Lorain Middle at 5. Courtney Deneff just came out of the ball game. Looks like she may have twisted her ankle on making a nice save. That serve is out of bounds. We go to a side out to Lorain Middle.
Serving for Lorain. Serving for Lorain Middle is number 54, Ashley Wersch.
Oh, a nice serve by Ashley. Ashley's going back to the line with the score tied at 6-6. Serve is up. Whittier returns it. Oh, and right in front of Ashley. Ball now goes to Whittier, where we have number
19.
Is it 19? Number 19, Gina Lurie goes back to the line. Gina's favorite class is reading, and her teacher is Mrs. Glassbrenner. Is she nice and she encourages them to read.
And the ball hits the curtain on the ceiling, and the ball will go back to Whittier.
Gina's mom and dad are very encouraging to her, and they always support her and expect her to give 100% of whatever she does.
Nice serve.
This is a point to Whittier with Lorain Middle calling a timeout. Lorain Middle 6, Whittier 8. Gina Lurie also plans to go to college, graduate, and become a pediatrician. She likes to play sports, especially volleyball and basketball, and she can also play the clarinet. She made the honor roll last year, and she played at St. Vincent de Paul in the CYO League. She must get her talent from her father, Kelvin Lurie, who played basketball and baseball for Southview and Admiral King. Gina Lurie is now back into the line with an 8-6 lead for Whittier. Serve is up. It's a deep serve and barely out, but definitely out. Now coming back to serve for Lorain Middle is Shaquille Page. Serve is up. Whittier returns it, but Lorain Middle can't handle it.
Shaquille Page's favorite class is reading with Miss Pollock because she learns a lot and has fun at the same time.
Murphy Redmond is now back to the line for Whittier. We have a nice pass by Lorain Middle. Second and third hit doesn't quite make it over.
Substitution for Lorain Middle, we have number 56, Amber Sanchez, going in for number 67, Ashley Riff.
Murphy Redmond back to make her second attempt at a serve. Nice pass. Lorain Middle turns it over. Whittier has a nice pass. Oh, they just can't quite handle getting it over the net. Returns the ball to Lorain Middle with Felicia Adams serving. Serve is up. Whittier returns it over, and we have an attack by number 20, Lindsay Wilson, but it was deep. Now substituting in for Whittier, we have number 28, Caitlin Kurtz, coming into the game, and number 26, Alyssa Verbansik, leaving. We have Caitlin up to the line. First serve is a beautiful serve. That goes as a point. That makes Whittier 10, Lorain Middle 6.
Substitution for Lorain Middle, we have number 67, Ashley Riff, going in for number 56. Amber Sanchez. Another nice serve by number 28.
Oh, nice try by Marissa Pabon. There's a lot of talent in that little body, a lot of power.
We have a substitution for Whittier. Number 26, Alyssa Verbancic, going in for number 28, Caitlin Kurtz.
Now serving for Lorain Middle. Number 19, Ariel Myrick. Beautiful serve by Ariel. Making the score 7-10 in favor of Whittier. Serve is up.
In the future, Ariel hopes to become a doctor for children and inspire them to become professional sports players.
And that's a point for Lorain Middle, making the score 8-10. They're staging a comeback here. Serve is up, beautiful serve. And the momentum has definitely changed to Lorain Middle as Coach Kep calls a timeout. Whittier has 10, Lorain Middle 9, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back to our action with Lorain Middle serving, and now tying up the score 10-10. A lot of nice players on this volleyball court. Deja, who's number 60 for Lorain Middle, enjoys social study with Mrs. Z. And Ashley Ripp enjoys social studies with Mrs. Van Valley. She feels that she's a good teacher, and she's also fun. Ashley would like to go to college and become a lawyer. Now serving for Whittier with the score tied at 10-10 is Danielle Redinger. And she gets an ace to make the score 11-10, Whittier. We now have a substitution for Lorain Middle.
Number 51, Mariah Sledge, going in for number 59.
Shaquille Page, number 59 for Lorain Middle, feels that her brother has been a big influence in his sports career, and he plays basketball. She would like to become a rapper or a dancer, and right now she loves playing volleyball and basketball. And it can show by your performance out here tonight. Whittier serves another one. Lorain Middle returns it. Oh, and a nice try on Whittier's side. That sends the ball to side out to Lorain Middle with the score Lorain Middle 10, Whittier 12.
Going back to the line for Lorain Middle is number 20, Lindsay Wilson.
Substitution for Lorain Middle, we have number 59, Shaquille Page, entering the game, and number 51, Mariah Sledge, leaving. Served by Lorain Middle becomes an ace, making the score 11-12 by number 20, Lindsay Wilson. Number 51, Mariah Sledge, her favorite teacher is Mr. Trout. She enjoys volleyball, basketball, dancing, and arts and crafts. She would like to become a doctor for children and would like to inspire them to be athletes. Ball now goes back to Whittier's side. The serve is just barely out of bounds. By number 9, Marissa Pabon. Serving for Lorain Middle is number 67, Ashley Riff. Ashley enjoys dancing and playing sports. Her favorite professional sports player is Michael Jordan.
We have a timeout for Whittier. The score is now tied at 12.
Megan Smith is also a 7th grader on Lorain Middle. She feels that her mom and dad and her older brother have been huge influences in her sports career. She enjoys watching Mia Hamm perform, and she would like to become a professional athlete. She likes to swim, play volleyball, walk, and run. Lakaya Hunter is also a 7th grader whose favorite professional athlete is Allen Iverson. She would also like to go to college. We're now back to the action with the score tied at 12-12, and Lorain Middle is serving. Serve is up, and it's an ace. Making the score 13 for Lorain Middle, 12 for Whittier. Ashley Riff had a beautiful serve. Serve is up for Lorain Middle. Whittier returns it. They have a nice volley going back and forth. And the attack is out of bounds. Making the score 14 for Lorain Middle, 13 for Whittier. We also have Amber Sanchez on the Lorain Middle School 7th grade team. Mrs. DeFranco is her favorite English teacher, and she feels she's a lot of fun. She enjoys playing volleyball and soccer. Oh, and on game point, the Lorain Middle School sends it back to Whittier. With the score 14-12 favor of Lorain Middle, we now have Mercedes Rivera going back to the line for Whittier in a very tight match. And the serve is out of bounds. A lot of pressure in this situation, as you can relate to, Brittany. Now serving for Lorain Middle on game point. And that's an ace. Lorain Middle has won the 7th grade match 15-12 in the 3rd and final game. It's a very close game with Lorain Middle winning the 1st game, Whittier winning the 2nd game, and Lorain Middle coming from behind to win the 3rd game. After this game, we will have the introduction of the 7th and 8th grade players, cheerleaders, and their family members. After that will be the 8th grade match, and that will be the conclusion of our show.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first annual Lorain City Schools Middle School Family Volleyball Night. On behalf of Whittier Middle School volleyball family and coaching staff, thank you for joining us this evening for this exciting event that we hope to be a continued tradition annually. Next year's Family Night will be hosted by Lorain Middle School at Admiral King High School. Before we introduce each player and their family members, the coaching staff of both Whittier and Lorain Middle School would like to express their gratitude for the efforts of each and every one of you that took the time out from your busy evening to be here supporting your school and daughter or daughters. Tonight's game showcased the talent of both of our middle schools. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together and welcome the Whittier Middle School cheerleaders as they begin to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you now each of the cheerleaders and their family members or friends who are with them. First, we have Kiera Hunter, who's here with her mom and dad, Tencel and Daryl Davis. Kiera. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Suzette Schultz with her mom and dad, Sue and Tim Schultz. Lourdes Hidalgo and her mother, Lourdes Lugo. Ariana Cristo and her parents, Dennis and Dina Cristo. Amber Keene and her mother, Jane Keene. I can't see. Megan Rosario and Louie and Kelly Rosario. Colleen Kishman and her mother, Karen Kishman. Ladies and gentlemen, those are, oops, I forgot some, excuse me, the Whittier cheerleader advisor, Tina Kitts. Tina? And now I'd like to introduce to you the 7th grade volleyball team and the members of their families. First, we have Charisse Blinder with her, excuse me, I guess it's Blinder, and her mother, Diane Alvarado, and Michael Perrine, a family friend, Samuel Alvarado, her brother, Sandra Alvarado, her sister, and Samantha Blinder, her sister. And now we have Melissa Costco with her father, Dan Costco, her mother, Cindy Costco, and her sister, Sarah. Caitlin Kurtz with her mother, Lisa. Gina Lurie and her mother, Denise. Her father, Kevin, her sister, Stacy, another sister, Kyla, or Kayla, I'm not sure which, and nephew, Carlos Lopez. Marissa Pebon and her mother, Carol Mosley, her sister, Iris Mosley. Christine N. Parker, her mother, Pamela Parker. Danielle Redinger, her mother, Donna Redinger. Her father, Kenneth Redinger, and her brother, Ryan Redinger. Murphy Redmond and her mother, Dawn Redmond. Mercedes Riviera and Michelle Muniz, her mother. Also, Ismael Rivera, her father, and Izzy Rivera, her brother. We also have Deanna Smith, her mother, Jennifer Smith, and her father, Brian Smith. Dessa Quiles, Rita Flores, her mother, Marissa Flores, her sister, and Ray Flores, her brother. We also have Alyssa Verbancic, her father, Gregory Verbancic, her mother, Betty Verbancic, and her sister, Haley Verbancic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the introduction of the 7th grade volleyball team. We'll move on to the 8th grade team. Introducing the 8th grade team, we have Cassie Aviles, her mother Carmen Johnson, and her father L. Johnson. I can't see. We have Mandy Garcia, her mother Sandra Garcia, and her father Brian Garcia. We now have Kat Goodman, her parents Rebecca Kilby and Jason Kilby. Alexandra Harcula and her mother Donna. Jackie Holland, her father Thomas Holland, her brother Andrew, and her sister Alexis. Kristen Metelsky, her mom Charlene Metelsky, her dad John Metelsky, and her sister Jackie Metelsky. Samantha Munoz, her mother Diane Munoz, and her father Ray Munoz. I'll probably ruin this one. Katie Old, I hope I got it right. Her father Jeff, her mother Amy, and her sister Gina. Meredith Painter, her mother Julie Kilrain, and Richard and Maria Harrington, grandparents. Michelle Rutherford, and her brother Sean Smith. Jessica Tolbert, her grandma Wanda Leith, and her aunt Vicki Leith. Denise Tomasek, her mother Myrna Tomasek, and her father Dennis Tomasek. Samantha Winkler, her father Paul Winkler, her mother Chris Winkler, her sister Jackie, her brother Josh, and June Rios, a family friend. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Whittier coaching staff, Holly Kep, and some relation of mine, Miss Cheryl Carrington, her daughter Abby, and her mother Laurel Bansek. I also have the team managers. I believe it's Tara Barker, her mother Beth Barker, and Katie McKee, her father Greg McKee, and her mother Lori McKee. Okay, they go last. And now, if you'll hang in here with me, we will introduce now the Lorain Middle School 7th grade volleyball team. First, we have Felicia Adams, her mother Isabel Adams, and her sister Alina Figueroa. Savannah Bennett, her mother Trellis Bennett, her father Donnie Bennett, and her sister Shaqueen Bennett. And we have Carrie Buckley and Miriam Engel, her coach. We also have now Courtney Diniff, her mom Peggy Diniff, her father Louis Diniff, and her brother Aaron. Thank you. Lakaya Hunter, her mother Sheila Hunter, her grandfather Leroy Hunter, and a cousin Pamela Kidd. Deja Jackson, and her grandma Joanne Moon. Ariel Myrick, her mother Nadine Myrick, her father Ariel Myrick, and her sister Taja Myrick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Shaquille Page, her mom Brenda Page, her father Lucius Page, and her brother Matt Mitchell. Ashley Rife, her father Michael Rife, her mother Terry Rife, and her brother Ryan Rife. Amber Sanchez, her father Jose Sanchez, and her mother Lisa Sanchez. Mariah Sledge, her mother Odessa Calhoun, her brother Christian Sledge. Megan Smith, her mother Pam Smith, and her father Jeff Smith. We now have Ashley Wersch, her father Louis Wersch. And we now have Lindsay Wilson, her mother Pat Wilson, and her brother Patrick. And now the 8th grade middle school volleyball team. First on the list, we have Margot Alvarez, her mother Roxanne Alvarez. We have Beth Busey, and her mother Pam Busey. I think that's right. And we now have Maria Ferrer, her mother Connie Ferrer. The next team member is Diane Hammond. And we have listed here as parent Colleen Gonzalez, her grandmother Diane Seahawk, and brothers and sisters Johnny, Melinda, and Kay Liane. The next team member is Tia Ivy. Her mother Nolly Ivy, and her cousin Kenya Whitfield. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Allison Kenzick, her mother Karen Thielman, and Walter Kenzick, her father, her grandpa Robert Klein, and Barb and Jimmy, I think it's Glowacki, her aunt and uncle. The next team member is Brittany Queen, her father Don Queen, her mother Pam Queen, and her sister Katie Queen. The next team member is Mitzi Rodriguez, her father Joshua Rodriguez, her mother Ingrid Rodriguez, her sister Patsy, and her best friend Veronica Davila. Ashley Shafer, her mother Yvonne Shafer, her brother Ben Shafer, and her father Gary Shafer. Christina Smith, and her mother Connie Smith. Crystal Sperino, her mom Maggie Sperino, her dad Lou Sperino, and her sisters Gina and Courtney. Kanesha Thorpe, and her mother, Jackie Lewis. You guys are supposed to yell for the moms, too. Amy Wojtek. Her mother, Carol Wojtek, and her father, Ed Wojtek. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the coaches, the 7th grade coach, Mrs. Miriam Engel. The 8th grade coach, Mrs. Cheryl Draga. That concludes the introductions of the volleyball teams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to please stand while Shakira Robinson will sing tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombard singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, says us that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, my name is Holly Kep.
Hi, and I'm Gina Kelly. I'm the head volleyball coach at Southview, and Holly is the 7th grade coach here at Whittier. And we're ready to start our 8th grade match between Whittier and Lorain Middle. Our 7th grade match went 3 games, and we're hoping that the 8th grade match will be just as exciting with our capacity crowd.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Welcome back. And now we're at the 8th grade volleyball match. Both teams have taken the floor, with Lorain Middle having the serve. Cheryl Drega's team looks ready to go. Referees are checking the lineup, make sure everybody's in the proper order. First server for Lorain Middle will be Crystal Sperino. Her favorite class is science with Mrs. Farney, and she makes learning fun. Her favorite professional sports player is Michael Jordan, and she wants to be a professional girls basketball player. Good luck to you. Crystal's also a 4.0 student. She's received awards in basketball, volleyball, track, and honor roll. Look like we're about ready to begin the game. Tex Taft, our referee, signals for first serve. And Lorain Middle serves an ace. They take the lead to 1-0. Serving again is Crystal Sperino for Lorain Middle. And it hits the net. It goes as a side out to Whittier. Serving for Whittier is number 1, Cassie Aviles.
Cassie's favorite class is English with Mr. Stewart. And Cassie serves up an ace. She likes Mr. Stewart because he makes English more fun to learn. Her influences in her sports career are Tracy Hall. She played volleyball in high school. Her favorite professional sports player is Michael Jordan. Cassie serves up another ace. While playing volleyball, Cassie averages a 3-point grade point average, and she received awards in cheerleading.
Cassie steps up to the line for her third serve. Yeah, very nice pass. Oh, nice attack by Lorain Middle. Yeah, that was nice. And the ball lands in. Side out goes to Lorain Middle, with the server being number 55, Tia Ivy.
Tia's favorite teacher is Miss Compton. She's very nice, and she gives us chance after chance to do things right. There was a side out, and Denise Tomasic from Whittier will be serving.
Subbing in is number 30, Kristen Metalski. Coming out of the game is Jackie Holland. So we have an ace for Whittier by number 22, Denise Tomasic. Denise is going back to the line to serve. Her favorite teacher is Mr. Muck. He makes learning fun by doing a lot of different games in class. Have a little volley going here. Nice set by number 1, Cassie Aviles. Lorain Whittier attacks. And side out to Lorain Middle. Now up to the service line is number 26, Amy Votek.
Amy Votek's favorite class is reading with Miss Gillum. She likes her because she doesn't give us much homework and understands us.
Now serving for Whittier is number, you see her number?
That's 16, Mandy Garcia, serves up an ace.
Nice serve, Mandy. Mandy's biggest influence in her sports career have been her parents, because they don't let her quit and they encourage her to do things. And Mandy serves up an ace.
She found that back corner, it's empty.
It's a nice spot to hit. Those balls are hard to get to. Mandy enjoys English with Mr. Wayne Stewart, because he makes learning fun. Another nice serve to the exact same spot. Look forward to having her next year on the Southeast Ames volleyball
Mandy's
team.
a very good athlete. She's also a cheerleader and plays basketball.
All-around athlete?
All around.
Mandy steps up to the line with Whittier leading 6-1.
Oh, she put a little bit too much on that one.
Now serving for Lorain Middle, we have number 25, Maria Ferrer.
Maria's influences in her sports career are her mother and her friends. Her favorite professional sports player is Anna Kournikova.
That goes as a point for Lorain Middle, making the score Lorain Middle 2, Whittier 6. Oh, nice serve.
That's a very nice serve.
Nice try there by Whittier. I see that Maria would like to become a doctor.
She does have a 4.0 grade point average.
And Whittier tries
Whittier
to get a
needs
volley
to talk
going.
a little bit.
Oh, a nice play at the net by number 7, Sam Munoz. We now have a timeout called by Cheryl Draga for Lorain Middle. First time out of the match. This has Whittier at 6, Lorain Middle 3. This is the second time these two have played each other this year.
Yes, it is. I believe Lorain Middle School came away with the victory the first time. So I'm sure it's a very heated match going right now.
And the stands are full. See a lot of familiar faces out there. We have Mr. Montoya, one of the Southview principals here, who is extremely supportive of the Lady Saints volleyball team. Comes on to cheer on the Whittier, Lorain Middle School teams. We have Whittier ready to take the floor with a 6-3 lead. Lorain Middle comes out. Whittier has used nose timeouts. Lorain Middle's used one. Now going back to serve. It's number 14, Katie Oley. And she gets an ace on that. Got a little bit of heat on that ball, a little hard to control. Katie Oley's mother and father have been influences in her career, and she gets another ace. Her mother, Amy, works here and is extremely supportive of the Saints athletic teams. Katie's favorite subject is math with Miss Trout, because math comes easy to her. Miss Trout cares about her students and makes learning fun. She would like to attend college and get a degree in computer animation. Well, a nice hustle by Lorain Middle School. Just a little too far out of reach. Katie plays volleyball, basketball, softball, and track. She also enjoys camping and dune buggy riding.
Oh.
Usually don't read many of those. It's another point for Whittier. Making the score 10-3 as Lorain Middle goes to sub.
Number 41, Bethany Bucci, is replacing number 37, Allison Kenzik.
Katie Oley at the line again. She has a serve, and that ball is in right on the line. The fans don't like that call, but unless you're right there on that line, you can't see if it hits that line or not.
Line judging is a very tough job to do.
It's a nice call by Whitney Nixon. She's a volleyball player on the JV Saints team. And we have a missed serve by Bethany Bucci, so that turns the ball over to Whittier. Number 30, Kristen Metalski.
Christine Metalski serves it a little deep.
Kristen's favorite class is reading, and her favorite teacher is Mr. Soto. She does really well in that class, and she likes to read. Serving now for Lorain Middle. Coming up just a little short is number
28, Margot Alvarez. Margot enjoys social studies with Mr. Orr. Mr. Orr was my teacher when I went to Irving.
We're not saying he's been around a long time, but I guess he
But
is.
he is a great guy.
Serve now goes to Whittier. Number 27, Samantha Winkler.
Number 7, Samantha Munoz.
I couldn't see. LSO is at 7. At least I got the first name right. Sorry there, Sam. We have a substitution for Lorain Middle. Number 38, Ashley Shafer, is coming into the game. And leaving is Margot Alvarez. Nice serve and nice return.
There's a set a little
Tight
deep.
play at the net. Oh, and a nice play by number 55, Tia Ivy. Serving now for Lorain Middle is number 1, Crystal Sparino. Oh, and there's a touch on that ball. That goes as a point to Lorain Middle. Serves up again. And it's out of play. That goes as another point. Lorain Middle's making a little bit of a comeback here.
Substitution for Whittier. Number 3, Allie Harkula is going in for Jackie. Number 2. Jackie Holland.
Scores Lorain Middle 5, Whittier 12. Nice serve for Lorain Middle. Nice pass, nice set. Oh, and a nice set. And we have a nice diving try
Very
by
nice
Katie
hustle
Oley.
play. Seems like Lorain Middle's putting together a little run here.
Got a little rally going here. Crystal serving up all these points. Here's another one. Making the score 7-12 in favor of Whittier. Castle's got a little bit of power back there. But we have a foot fault. Stepped on that line before she made contact with the ball. Serving for Whittier, we have number 1, Cassie Alves. Oh, and a nice hustle by Lorain Middle. Cassie lists her hobbies as shopping, cheerleading, volleyball, and boys. And we have a serve over the net, little volley going here. Lorain Middle moving nicely on the floor with an attack. Oh, lands right in front of Denise Tomasic. Now serving for Lorain Middle's number 55, Tia Ivy.
Tia enjoys playing volleyball, basketball, drawing, and writing. She plans to go to college to become a doctor.
Now substituting in, we have number 30, Kristen Metelsky, replacing number 3, Ollie Hercula. Serving for the Lady Saints,
number 22, Denise Tomasic.
And that ball's out of bounds, making a point for Whittier. Taking the score to 14-7. As it's game point, Lorain Middle is substituting.
Brittany Queen will be replacing Tia Ivy for the Lady Steelmen.
We have a 6-man serve reception back there, and Whittier can't get it over on game point. With Lorain Middle still alive, we have number 2, Kenesha Thorpe, going back to the service line.
Kenesa's favorite subject is social studies, and her favorite teacher is Miss Engel because she can be cool with you and teach you at the same time.
Another substitution for Lorain Middle. Number 55, Tia Ivy.
Replaces number 20.
Well, we can't do that. That'll be an illegal substitution. She has to go in for number 32.
Brittany
and
Queen.
There we go. We have it all situated. Now serving up game point for Whittier.
Number 16, Mandy Garcia.
Oh, a nice play by Lorain Middle. Nice try on that side. And that makes Whittier win first game winners by the score of 15-7. We have a nice turnout tonight. It was parent night tonight for Lorain Middle and for Whittier. Had a good turnout.
It's really nice to see families come out and support their daughters.
And we will return after a few moments from our sponsors.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
routine by the Whittier cheerleaders. Very acrobatic. Moving to the beat. We're getting ready to start our second game of the match with Whittier taking the first one. Whittier's all set. They have first serve. Lorain Middle's taking the floor. Our first server is number 6, Kathleen Goodman. We call her Kat.
At Whittier, her favorite class is English with Mr. Stewart because he makes the class fun. Her future goals, she would like to go to college and major in psychology. Serves up. That's a little wide. Side out, Lorain Middle.
Now serving for Lorain Middle is number 38, Ashley Shafer. And the point for Lorain Middle. Makes the score Lorain Middle 1, Whittier nothing. Back to serve again. Oh, wait, Lorain Middle scores on that one. Whittier had a little bit of trouble controlling that. Making the score 2-0. Doesn't look like Lorain Middle wants to go home early tonight, does it?
I don't think so. This is an important game for these 8th graders.
Oh, and that pass had a lot of oomph on it. Whittier setting up a pass set kill, but it's into the net. It goes to a point for Lorain Middle, making the score 3-0. Oh, and we have it into the net. Substitution for Whittier. Entering the game, we have number 27, Samantha Winkler, going in for number
18, Jessica Tolbert. And number 22, Denise Tomazik, will be subbing in for number 2, Jackie Holland.
So serving for Whittier will be number 27, Samantha Winkler. Samantha enjoys English because she thinks it's fun and easy. She'd like to go to college and study psychology. She enjoys playing volleyball, basketball, soccer, and being on her computer. Samantha's serve goes out of bounds. As we now have Diana Hammond serving for Lorain Middle. And she gets an ace.
Diana's influences in her sports career are when she saw her friends playing and she wanted to try out and work hard like them. Her future goals are to go to college and study to become a lawyer.
Entering the game for Whittier is Jessica Tolbert, number 18.
Diana's hobbies include talking on the phone, hanging with friends, hanging with her boyfriend, David Russo, and of course, playing volleyball.
Now serving for the Lady Saints, we have number 21, Meredith Painter. Meredith enjoys social studies with Mr. Pagan. There's always something going on in this class, and Mr. Pagan is funny. Biggest influence in her sports career is her mother, who is also a teacher in the Lorain City School System. Michelle Kwan is her favorite sports player. Meredith enjoys swimming, volleyball, singing, and acting. As she records a point for Whittier. She would like to get into Harvard Law School after high school and become a prosecutor. And Meredith serves up another point. That leaves Whittier with 3, Lorain Middle with 4. Meredith is a girl who comes to all the volleyball camps at Southview. Oh, as her serve is short. It's nice to see her out on the floor.
Number 4, Michelle Rutherford will be replacing number 21, Meredith Painter, for the Whittier Warriors.
Now serving for Lorain Middle Number 2, Kenesha Thorpe with a nice serve, barely over the net. A little bit of power on it. Gives Lorain Middle the lead, 5-3.
Kenesha's hobbies are to practice on my basketball skills and hang with my friends. Her future goals include attending UConn and playing varsity volleyball and basketball. Good luck to you, Kenesha.
Now serving for Whittier, we have number 1, Cassie Aviles. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I believe so.
Thank you.
Actually, I think it may be Avilios.
Is it? Cassie now attempting her second serve. Oh, and in the net. It's now 4-5, favor of Lorain Middle. Going back to serve for Lorain Middle, we have number 22, Denise Tomzik. And Denise has a nice serve over the net, which is an ace. Oh, I'm sorry, Denise, I have you as a Whittier girl. My mistake. Number 22 for Lorain Middle is Haley Green. Sorry, Haley. Oh, almost over the net. Now serving for Lorain Middle. Oh, side us out to Whittier, my fault. Substitution for Whittier. Number 14, Katie Oley returns into the game.
For number 6, Kat Goodman.
Serving for Whittier.
Number 22, Denise Tomzik.
Finally, there's Denise. I had the wrong 22 there a couple times. That goes as a side out for Lorain Middle. Serving for Lorain Middle, number 24, Christina Smith.
Christina Smith's hobbies and interests include volleyball, basketball, hanging, and having fun with my friends.
That serve barely nipped the top of the net. We have a substitution for Whittier. Number 21, Meredith Painter enters the game.
For number 4, Michelle Rutherford.
Back serving is number 3, Allie Harcula. And the ball is out as Katie Oley makes a nice call on the line to let that ball go out. Service up, and that's out of play. One player we haven't had a chance to mention for Whittier is number 4, Michelle Rutherford. She likes Mr. Pagan's social studies class because he teaches in a way that she's able to learn. Michael Jordan is her favorite professional athlete, and she would also like to become a lawyer. We got a lot of lawyers out here on the court today. Serving a point for Lorain Middle was number 41, Bethany Bucci. Bethany's serve takes the lead for Lorain Middle, 7-6.
Beth Bucci enjoys science with Miss Barney because it's very fun. Her influences in her sports career are her mother. Her future goal would be to become a starter in volleyball and softball. Maybe someday here at Southview for you, Miss Kelly.
She keeps working hard. She could be out there with us someday.
A future saint.
And number 22, Denise Tomzik for Whittier, enjoys many activities in school, especially being in Mr. Muck's class. He has many games in the classroom, and it makes learning fun. Her future goal is to be a zoo owner. Her sister was a major influence in her sports career. Now we take the court after a Whittier timeout. Bethany Bucci is serving for Lorain Middle. They are ahead 8-6 in game 2. Oh, and out of bounds. The point for Lorain Middle, making the score 9-6. I think they're pretty determined to go 3 games. Service up. Nice play on the net by number 2, Kenesha Thorpe for Lorain Middle.
Kenesha really got up on that hit.
She sure did. She's pretty deceiving because she's not very tall, but she can jump. have a substitution entering the game for Whittier. Number 16, Mandy Garcia enters the game.
For number 22, Denise Thompson.
And that serve is out of bounds, which gives the ball back to Whittier as they are down 6-10. Serving for Whittier, number 14, Katie Oley. And we have a little break in the action because we need to get the cheerleaders out of the way. They do a nice job out there, but they've got to stay out of the way. We don't want anyone getting injured. Katie Oley up to the line, and it's in the net. Side out for Whittier. Ball goes to Lorain Middle as we have 2 substitutions.
Number 1, Crystal Sparino will be replacing number 7, Diana Hammond, and number 37, Allison Kensick, will be replacing number 38, Ashley Shafer. Number 37, Allison Kensick at the line.
And for Whittier, Sam Munoz enters the game. Tight play at the net. Oh, Lorain Middle makes a nice effort. Ball goes to Whittier as we have number 21, Meredith Painter, at the service line.
Illegal alignment called on Whittier.
Gives a side out to Lorain Middle. Getting a clarification from the referee on where they should be. There was a wrong server serving. Should have been Sam Munoz. Sam enjoys Mr. Arroyo's class because she feels he's a good influence on the kids. She would like to be a teacher someday, and she enjoys all sports. She feels her mom has been a huge influence in her sports career because she pushes her to succeed.
That will bring number 21, Meredith Painter, back to serve for the Whittier Warriors.
And we have a point for Whittier, making the score Whittier 7, Lorain Middle 10. Substitution for Lorain Middle.
Number 28, Margot Alvarez, will be replacing number 24, Christina Smith.
Meredith Painter back to the line. And we have a little volley going back and forth. And side out to Lorain Middle. Now serving for Lorain Middle. We have number 2, Kenesha Thorpe. And Kenesha drops one in right on the 10-foot line. Those balls are hard to get to.
Substitution for Whittier, number 27, Samantha Winkler, seems to be replacing number 7, Samantha Munoz.
Have a little lineup check for Lorain Middle, making sure they're in the correct order. Always better safe than sorry. Coach Dreger's on top of things. Oh, nice hustle by number 27, Samantha Winkler.
We haven't got a chance to talk about Misty Rodriguez from Lorain Middle. Her favorite class is English with Mr. Roberts. Her future goals are to become a doctor when she's an adult. She loves volleyball, creating things, and using computers.
Oh, Lorain Middle trying to make an attack there. Very nice try. Now serving for Whittier. We have number 1, Cassia Vilas. Oh, Lorain Middle, a little bit of miscommunication. Goes as a point for Whittier, making the score 8-12. Lorain Middle. We now have a substitution. Sam Munoz enters the game. Cassie's serving. A a six-man serve receive for Lorain Middle. And an illegal hit. Makes the score 9-12, Lorain Middle.
The Warriors are putting together a little bit of a rally here.
Yeah, I think they're determined to keep this at 2 games. That ball was out. Get that adrenaline going.
We have a substitution for Lorain Middle. Number 38, Ashley Shafer, is replacing number 37, Allison Kensick. We have also not gotten a chance to talk about Haley Green, number 22, for the Lady Steelmen. Her influences in sport are hearing stories about her father playing when he was young. Her favorite professional sports player is Michael Jordan. Her future goals include graduating from high school and going on to college to become a lawyer. We have another lawyer on the floor.
A lot of lawyers, a lot of girls going to be in college.
Gives a side out to Whittier.
We now have a timeout by Lorain Middle School. With the score, Whittier 9, Lorain Middle 12. Ellie Hercules, number 3 on Whittier. Her favorite class is English because she loves to write. She enjoys dancing, singing, cheerleading, writing, and reading. She was most improved cheerleader last year. And she feels that her brother and her father have been an inspiration to her in organized sports.
Number 28, Margot Alvarez on Lorain Middle. His favorite professional sports player is Kobe Bryant. Her future goals are to pass her OGTs and become a forensic scientist.
Now that both teams are back on the floor. Whittier serving. Tex Taft, our referee, is signaling that everyone has 1 timeout left. They've each used 1, and we have a nice serve. Hits the net, but Kenesha Thorpe is very aware you can play it off the net. Lorain Middle setting it up, it's over. Oh, and nice try by
Nice
Whittier.
hit by number
Cassie Alvarez.
38, Ashley Shafer, to give the Steelmen a side out.
Now serving for Lorain Middle.
Number 28, Margot Alvarez.
And that's a point for 2 hits.
Takes the score 13-9 for the Lady Steelmen.
Oh, nice play by Katie Oley to get that ball over. And it lands in bounds. That puts the second game point. 14-9, favor of Lorain Middle, and Whittier calls it second timeout.
Number 26 for the Lady Steelmen is Amy Vochtek. Her future goals are to have a great husband and eventually someday kids. Her hobbies include talking on the phone, spending time with friends and family, and going on computers playing with her Xbox.
I see she has a 3.5 grade point average.
And an honor roll student there at Lorain Middle.
Whittier is taking the floor. They're ready to get this second game moving. They're trying to stage a comeback. Buzzer is buzzed, so Lorain Middle will come out onto the floor soon.
The Lady Steelmen seem to be fired up and ready to go.
Yes, they are. This is game point right now. Whittier will do their darndest to prevent this from happening. Nice pass. Okay, nice set.
Nice set.
Oh, and that's game point. Once again, like the 7th grade game, we're going to the 3rd game. The teams have to stay on the end line. Only the captains are allowed to come out to center court. Come out, meet with the umpire as she tosses a coin to see who gets first serve. Anyone that came today has gotten their money's worth.
That is for sure. Today has been a very long day of volleyball.
Yes, it has. 7th grade match went 3 games with Lorain Middle pulling it out in a tough contest.
It looks as though Lorain Middle may have won the serve. I'm not sure. I see them switching sides.
Yes, they are changing benches. And we'll be back in just a minute.
CC's Pizza, all you can eat for only $3.99.
CC's Buffet has 16 kinds of great tasting pizza, pasta, salad, and desserts, all you can eat for only $3.99. And CC's was voted #1 for overall customer satisfaction.
The best buffet that you can find, lunch and dinner anytime. Let's go to CC's Pizza. Great taste at a great price.
And now we start the 3rd game of this very long night of volleyball. The 7th grade match going 3 games, and the 8th grade match going 3-2. It's your regular Whittier Lorain Middle rivalry game.
This is for all the bragging rights in Lorain right now.
That's right. That's a big deal. Then they go to King and Southfield. It's an even bigger deal.
That's probably what I think I miss the most about just having the 2 high schools and the 2 junior highs here in Lorain. When there were more, there was a lot more rivalries set up.
Makes a big difference. Looks like Whittier has a little confusion in their lineup. Checking to make sure we have the right girls in the right order. Looks like we're getting everything straightened out. And serving first for Lorain Middle will be #1, Crystal Sperino. Crystal rattled off a few points in the other game. See if she's still got it in her. Oh. I think I jinxed her. First server for for Whittier.
#7, Samantha Munoz.
Oh, and a side out again.
Samantha's serve was also a little short. These girls have to be nervous with it being the 3rd game and a big crosstown rivalry like this.
A lot of pressure on them. And Maria Ferrer gets her serve in. And Katie Oley's roll shot falls in. Side out going to Whittier. So we have #1, Cassia Vilas, back at the line to serve. Lorain Middle has everyone back for serve reception. And it goes to the point. First point of the 3rd game. Whittier 1, Lorain Middle 0. You can feel the tenseness in the air as we have a missed serve for Whittier. These girls usually weren't missing their serves in the 1st game. That pressure gets to you.
Sure does.
Serving now for Lorain Middle.
#28, Margot Alvarez.
Margot gets her serve in.
It's a great serve.
Oh, and Kenesha Thorpe went up to get a kill. I like that aggressive play. Substituting for Whittier.
#30, Kristen Matowski, and going in for #3, Ali Harkula. Serving for Whittier is #22, Denise Tomzik.
And the ball was tight on the net. We have a penalty over the net violation by #16, Mandy Garcia. Ball has to break the plane of the net before she can go after it, and it clearly didn't. But it was a very nice aggressive try. That's a point for Lorain Middle.
Seemed like there was a little confusion there between Denise and Mandy as to who was going to take that ball.
Yes, there was. That evens the game up at 1-1. Oh, and nice hustle by Lorain Middle. Have a little volley going here. Nice set.
Nice
swing.
hit.
Very nice volley. Everyone's moving. A lot of communication on the floor. And play goes to Whittier. With the score even at 1-1, Whittier goes back to serve.
It was one long volley.
Yes, it was. A lot of hustle on there.
Number 16, Mandy Garcia serving for Whittier.
Very nice serve. And that's a point for Whittier, making the score 2-1. I have a feeling this is going to be a long game. And nice pass on a nice serve. Number 25, Maria Ferris, had a lot of hits back there. We have a double hit called on Whittier, making it a side out.
Score remains 1-2 in favor of Whittier.
Serving for Lorain Middle, we have number 32, Brittany Queen. Very nice underhand serve.
That was impressive play by both teams on the net.
And Whittier was in the net there, but our umpire didn't see it. So the ball goes to Lorain Middle, making the score 2-2. Oh, and that ball barely got over the net. Those are hard to handle. And we have a side out going to Whittier. Serving for Whittier is number 14, Katie Oley. Her teammate, Jessica Tolbert, has Mr. Muck as her favorite teacher. She feels he's funny, and he uses games to make math fun. The influence in her sports career are Venus and Serena Williams. And Jessica Tolbert wants to go to Columbia or Duke and major in urban studies. Very nice volley there with a lot of hustling. With the ball going to Whittier.
It's games like this where every single play counts.
So it makes it all worth it.
Whittier has been very consistent with their serving today.
Yes, I've noticed that. Katie Oley serves up another point. That puts Whittier ahead, 4-2. And another ace for Katie Oley, making the score 5-2. Katie is also the manager for the girls basketball team here at Southview. And we have some nice hustling by number 1, Crystal Sperino for Lorain Middle.
Number 38, Ashley Shafer, will be replacing number 32, Brittany Queen, for the Lady Steelmen.
Whittier now has a 6-2 lead. Oh, and they just couldn't quite handle that. Those balls coming off the ceiling are hard to get to.
They sure are. Katie Oley really put some speed on that serve, made it difficult to get under and pass.
See, nice communication by Whittier. Nice pass. It's one thing every coach likes to see is good passing. That's a side out to Lorain Middle.
That's a huge side out. Lorain Middle really needed that.
Substituting in for Lorain Middle is number 55, Tia Ivy. Coming in for number 28, Margot Alvarez. Kenesha Thorpe steps up to the line. She's had a nice game today. And a nice pass. And nice play by Whittier. And that ball is out of bounds. awful close to hitting the curtain. We have a substitution for Whittier.
Number 3, Ali Harkula is replacing number 30, Kristen Matowski.
Oh, and nice hustle by Lorain Middle, but just not able to keep it in play. That makes the score Whittier 8, Lorain Middle 2.
Timeout called by Lorain Middle.
Coach Dreger wants to give her team a little pep talk, see if they can pull this game out. You never know what can happen when you're playing your crosstown rival.
Volleyball is one of those sports where the tide can shift at any time, and an 8-2 lead really means nothing.
That's right, it can be gone in a heartbeat. It's a game that relies on momentum. We also have one player for Whittier, number 2, Jackie Holland. She enjoys having Mr. Muck as her math teacher, basically because she hates math, but he makes it fun. Her influence in her sports career are her dad and her Aunt Mandy. She would like to be a marine biologist after high school. She enjoys laughing, hanging out with her friends, and playing on the computer. I've heard a lot about Mr. Muck today. I feel like I know him. Now serving for Lorain Middle, number 3, Ali Harkula. Serves a nice top spin serve to score a point. Making the lead 9-2.
Number 21, Meredith Painter, will be replacing number 22, Denise Tomazik, for the Lady Warriors.
And the ball is out of play, so we have a point for Whittier, making the score 10-2. You tell Lorain Middle starting to look down a little bit. Got to get themselves fired up and back into the game. Oh, and that ball is out of bounds. Giving a point to Whittier, making the score 11-2.
Number 6, Kat Goodman, is going in for number 14, Katie Oley, for the Lady Warriors.
Kat Goodman feels that her Aunt Marlene has been an influence on her organized sports career because she played for 6 years. A nice volley going here. Oh, nice play.
Nice hustle play by Mandy Garcia.
Tell you, you can never stop playing. That ball can always get taken back over the net. Now subbing in for Lorain Middle, we have number 26, Amy Vochtek. Subbing in for number 25, Maria Ferrer. Score is now 12-2. Whittier has a commanding lead in the third game. Oh, and a nice play by number 1, Cassia Vilas. I think I pronounced her last name 6 different ways while we've been sitting here.
I believe it's a Vilas.
I'll get it one of these times. Lorain Middle's called his final timeout. Whittier. And now we'll take a break for a moment.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
Welcome back. It is 13-2 in the third game of the 8th grade match. Whittier has the lead, but Lorain Middle is fighting back as they have a nice diving return on that play. Going back to the service line is Crystal Sperino. nice serve by Crystal. Trying to get a little volley going here. Oh, a nice try at the net by Kat Goodman. That makes a score 13-3. Lorain Middle looks a little confused. They're wanting to get a service check. And they have everyone in the right order. Good thing Crystal and Kenesha were paying attention and got that service check. Nice aggressive play at the net. And the ball is out of bounds. Lorain Middle is not gonna go out easy. Fans are booing, but that was clearly out of play. Very nice call by Whitney Nixon. A nice serve by Crystal Sperino. That makes the score 13-5 in favor of Whittier. Lorain Middle is not going down easy. And another ace by Crystal.
Seems like after that timeout, Whittier sort of lost their concentration and focus.
Yes, they definitely have the momentum going their way.
Coach Carrington wants to pull them back together with a timeout.
Crystal's been the little spark plug. She may have something going here.
She served off 4 straight points.
Pulled Lorain Middle in within 7 at the score being 13-6. Both coaches getting their teams fired up to take the floor.
The momentum has definitely swung towards Lorain Middle right now.
Yes, it is. Whittier looks ready with their serve reception. They have Mandy in the middle of the floor. Nice spot to serve to. Crystal's finding the holes.
Katie Oley's going to go back in for Kat Goodman.
Crystal's done a nice job of finding the holes on the Whittier side. Oh,
and
into
serve
the net.
came a little short.
13-7 with Whittier leading. Number 27, Samantha Winkler is coming in to serve for Sam Munoz. Whittier's now getting a service check. Making sure everyone's in the correct order. A tight play at the net. Goes to Whittier. Now makes it 14-7, game point.
Very nice overhand serve by Samantha Winkler coming off the bench. That has to be hard to do.
Yes, it was. She's definitely not loose sitting on the bench. Oh, and that's out of play. Sam Munoz comes right back in the game. Now serving for Lorain Middle, we have number 26, Amy Votek. And very high, close to hitting the curtain, but it didn't. Point for Lorain Middle, making it 14-8. They do not want to go home. Nice serve, underhand serve. As long as you get it in, that's what's important. We have a nice block at the net by number 38, Ashley Shafer.
I think Whittier thought they won it on that play.
But they're celebrating a little too early.
Cassia Viles on the serve.
The substitution, and better make it fast. Meredith Painter's in for Denise Tomzik. The serving game point. Cassia Viles. And it's out of play. That leaves Whittier as the 8th grade winner by the score of 15-8 in a hard-fought 3-game match. And the Whittier cheerleaders take the floor. Thought this was a very hard-fought match.
Definitely.
A lot of momentum changes.
A lot of emotions out there on the floor tonight.
Saw a lot of nice things being a high school coach. I like to see on both sides of the net. Now they shake hands, showing their good sportsmanship. And everyone that showed up tonight saw two great matches. The 7th grade match, Lorain Middle came away victorious, and the 8th grade match went to Whittier.
A nice even split there between the 7th and 8th grades. Congratulations to both schools.
And we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the match. Both teams were well deserving of victories. And have a good night.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.